Good afternoon, everybody. When most people hear the word carnival, everybody thinks it's just the big parties, the people on the streets, the colorful costumes. Well, it's definitely a really big part of that, but it's so much more than just a party. Since I'm Brazilian, I wanted to talk about something that's a big part of my country's culture. Growing up, I always knew carnival was very important. Everybody had to do something for it. But while preparing this speech, I've learned it was more about its history, and how it became one of Brazil's most important traditions. Carnival reflects Brazil's history, traditions, and cultural identity, and that's what makes it really special for us. Today, I will share where Carnival came from and what makes it unique and different from other celebrations. As you can see on this slide, the timeline shows how the Carnival began to develop and to become what it is today. Carnival has been celebrated in Brazil for hundreds of years. It first started after the Portuguese brought their traditions to Brazil over time. Those traditions blended in with African and indigenous cultures, creating the celebration we know today as Carnaval. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica article on Carnival, written by the editors and updated in 2024, Brazil's carnival started with Portuguese traditions and later became a mix of African and indigenous cultures, making it one of the country's most important celebrations today. This combination of cultures is one of the reasons Carnival is unique and has all these different colors and all these different costumes and stuff. And it represents the diversity of Brazil. This slide shows one of the most famous parts of the Carnival celebration, the Samba Parade. The Samba Parades are what many people around the world recognize, especially the ones in Rio de Janeiro. Samba schools take months to dedicate their craft and make sure their floats and costumes are all prepared for the special event. In a 2024 National Geographic article, a magazine known for covering cultures and history around the world explains that Brazil Carnaval is recognized for its parades, costumes, and its giant, huge street events. Besides, the parades are also street parties called blocos in Brazil. They're all celebrated differently in their unique own ways across Brazil. If you look at the picture on this slide, you can see the amount of detail that goes into the costumes and floats, and you can tell how much time it truly takes to make sure everything's perfect for the special event. On this slide, you can see people celebrating in the picture all together. I think it kind of captures a little bit of what Carnival truly is about. Of course, it's not the same as being there, but I feel like the picture kind of decides it a little bit. For many Brazilians, Carnival is a time of celebrating family and friends, enjoying music, and celebrating all their accomplishments in life. And take pride, of course, in our tradition. It brings people together no matter where they're from. People from around the world come visit us just for this special occasion. On the official Visit Brazil website, which is run by the Brazilian government, information published in 2025 explains that Carnival is celebrated in many different cities in Brazil. It is an important tradition bringing people together, cultures together, and different musics, different everything together. It also has a major impact on tourism and helps local businesses across the country. As someone who is Brazilian, one thing I appreciate is every region celebrates Carnival in its each separate way. So sometimes I would go to different places just to see how they really take in the event differently. To finish, this slide highlights everything we talked about today. Today we learned about where Carnival came from and what do we do during the celebration. I hope that you can take from this, instead of just thinking Carnival is just music and celebrations, hopefully you can take in the culture and the reasons why we do it and why it's one of the biggest celebrations in Brazil's culture. Thank you so much.